Welcome to Niger News Series, where we break down the headlines that matter the most, making sense of the complex, in ways that truly connect. In a move that has sent shockwaves through Nigeria's energy sector, the Nigerian National Petroleum Company, NNPC, Limited has abruptly suspended the naira-for-crude oil swap deal, cutting off domestic refiners, including the much-anticipated Dangote Refinery, from sourcing crude oil in local currency. This decision, taking immediate effect, raises urgent questions. Is this an economic masterstroke, or a calculated attempt to cripple Nigeria's refining ambitions? Introduced on October 1, 2024, the Naira-for-Crude initiative was supposed to be a game-changer, a bold strategy to empower local refineries, reduce fuel import dependency, and stabilize the naira. But just months later, the rug has been pulled from under Nigeria's refining industry. Why now? Who benefits? And what does this mean for the future of Nigeria's energy independence? Is this a case of economic sabotage, a sign of foreign interests tightening their grip, or simply a policy misstep with unintended consequences? Let's break it down from both perspectives. 1. How this move sabotages local refining growth. Increased operational costs. Local refineries now have to source crude oil from international markets and pay in dollars, significantly raising their production costs. Supply uncertainty. The NNPC claims it has forward-sold all of its crude oil supply until 2030, leaving domestic refiners scrambling for alternatives. Reinforcing import dependence. Without local refineries operating at full capacity, Nigeria remains dependent on importing refined petroleum, which benefits foreign refiners and oil traders. 2. Are foreign powers using NNPC to fight a proxy war? Pressure from international oil cartels, Western oil corporations and foreign refiners make billions from selling refined petroleum to Nigeria. A strong Dangote Refinery threatens their profits. IMF and World Bank influence. These institutions often push policies that favor economic liberalization but sometimes harm local industries. The NNPC's move forces Nigeria to continue relying on foreign currency transactions, which weakens the naira. Foreign government interests. The US and Europe rely on African countries like Nigeria for crude oil exports. If Nigeria refines its own crude, global buyers will face competition, leading to price adjustments unfavorable to them. Multinational oil lobbying. Major global oil players, including traders like Vitol and Trafigura, profit from keeping Nigeria's refining sector weak. If Dangote Refinery succeeds, they lose a major customer. 3. The possible role of internal corruption in politics. NNPC's own agenda. The NNPC has a history of prioritizing profits and political interests over national development. If top officials benefit from crude oil exports, they might resist local refining efforts. Government's contradictory policies. The Nigerian government approved the naira-for-crude policy but failed to enforce it. This raises questions about whether the NNPC is acting independently or under external influence. Oil cabals within Nigeria. Certain powerful Nigerian elites profit from fuel importation. They might be lobbying against Dangote and other local refiners. The implications. The abrupt suspension of the naira-for-crude deal is more than just a policy shift. It is a seismic event with far-reaching consequences for Nigeria's economy, its refining sector, and the daily lives of its citizens. At a time when Nigerians are already grappling with economic uncertainty, the termination of this agreement could send shockwaves through the nation. The decision forces domestic refineries to source crude oil at international prices, paying in scarce US dollars instead of naira. This single move could ignite a dangerous chain reaction, skyrocketing operational costs, fuel price hikes, and increased hardship for millions who depend on affordable energy for their daily survival. But the crisis doesn't end at the pump. The naira, already battered by inflation and instability, stands to suffer even greater volatility. By removing a key mechanism that helped conserve foreign exchange reserves, this decision could accelerate currency depreciation, deepen Nigeria's import dependency, and weaken investor confidence. A fragile economy could be pushed to the brink. The implications for industry players are devastating. The Dangote Refinery, hailed as a game-changer for Africa's energy landscape, now faces an uncertain future, with rising costs and potential delays in full-scale operations. Other private refiners, such as Walter Smith Petroman and BUA Refinery, also stand to suffer, losing access to the affordable crude supply that allowed them to compete with global oil giants. Nigeria's crude production has increased, yet its own refineries are being starved of supply. The NNPC's decision to forward sell its crude until 2030 raises urgent questions: who truly benefits from this deal? Why are Nigeria's refineries being sidelined while international buyers secure long-term access to the country's most valuable resource? Conclusion: while it's hard to prove direct foreign interference, this move clearly benefits international oil interests and weakens Nigeria's refining independence. Whether due to foreign influence, internal sabotage, or NNPC's own financial interests, the outcome is the same: local refineries, especially Dangote Refinery, are being undermined. This isn't just a policy adjustment, it is a defining moment for Nigeria's economic and energy future. Will the country prioritize its local industries and safeguard its citizens from rising costs, or will it continue down a path that deepens economic instability and dependence on foreign markets? If not reversed, Nigeria may remain trapped in the cycle of crude oil exports and refined petroleum imports, benefiting global oil markets at the expense of national economic growth. Thanks for watching Niger News Series. Share your thoughts in the comments, like this video and don't forget to subscribe for more breaking news and in-depth analysis.